Good morning. It is Saturday morning and Harper and I are going out house hunting with Nallely. To clarify, we are not buying a house. Zazie and I just sold the house we had in the States last summer and we are not anxious to own another piece of property. So we are not buying a house. We are looking for a rental because our rental runs up this summer and we want to kind of get a head start on looking for a new place. So Nallely's got a few places she wants to show us, so Harper and I are gonna run out and do that today while Zazie works. And then I think we might go up to La Presa, maybe have lunch with Greg, and see what else we can get up to this weekend. Also, guys, it's hot here. Like it's in the 80s. What happened? Our perfect 72-degree weather is just... Again, I'm really sorry. I know a lot of you are in Chicago or near Chicago right now, and it's very cold. As soon as I work out a business model for international shipping of both Mexican tacos and Mexican weather, I'm good. I'm retired at that point. Also, things have been really crazy here with Jesse's work, so if you sent me an email, I am very sorry I haven't gotten back to you yet. Yeah, things have been a little bit busy and email is always like the thing that gets dropped. Okay, let's go meet Nallely and see these houses. After our morning house hunting sesh, it was time for Harper and I to meet Greg and walk up to La Presa. Zazie had to work, so the three of us walked to La Victoriana for some lunch. Harper and I always split the grilled cheese and tomato soup, which means she eats the grilled cheese and I eat the soup. It's a pretty good deal, and it's the one dish that I know she will always finish. I also got a Yucatan-style pork torta, and we had a brownie and ice cream for dessert. After lunch, we walked up to the lake to watch the ducks and look out over the hills. It's dry season right now. Everything is brown, and when the wind kicks up, it can get a little dusty. And I thought about when we first arrived in Mexico last year, at the very beginning of rainy season, how dusty San Miguel was before and how the city just seemed to take a deep breath in when the rains finally came. I thought about the rainstorms and how they're on their way, how things will turn green again and everything will glisten after a big shower, so clean and fresh. We walked up to the dam, and that far up we seemed to be the only foreigners there. We watched people out for walks, eating picnics, drinking micheladas at a little restaurant up there. At one point I turned to Greg and just said, "Can you even believe we live in Mexico?" But Greg is leaving soon, and that makes me sad. As I make this video, it's Greg's last day in Guanajuato. But he might be back, and I'll keep my fingers crossed. And sometimes when something is ending or might be ending, it makes you enjoy it that much more. We left the dam and the lake and stopped at a cafe to rehydrate and rest. The day was hot. Harper got a strawberry smoothie and Greg and I had water and tea, and the sun started to inch down just a bit. And then we decided to go to another cafe. Why not? Let's cafe hop and meet Zazie there as he was wrapping up his work. The four of us went to Amatxi for dinner, and they had the coolest kids' room, complete with a ball pit and beanbag chairs and toys, and Harper was in heaven. And Jessie, Greg, and I were also in heaven because look at this food. The most fun part was dessert. Marshmallows that we roasted at our table. I burned mine, which is the only correct way to roast a marshmallow. Jessie likes his to be basically uncooked. He claims his way is best. He's obviously wrong, but you can let me know in the comments how you prefer your marshmallows. After dinner, Harper proclaimed it the, quote, best camp out ever, and we had to agree. After dinner, we got this crazy idea to go to Centro and sing karaoke. Because why not? Because that's life right now. Spontaneous and fun. Let's go eat at a fancy restaurant and then let's go sing karaoke. Why not? We texted a few other friends and a little party came together. There was the Canadian doctor Jessie had met in Plaza Baratillo that morning while walking PETA. And there was Gaby, a Mexican artist who I'll have to explain the crazy way we met her in another video, but she's fabulous. And there we were, laughing and singing. Something else you should know is that my friend Greg killed it at karaoke. He is literally the karaoke king. Greg is a writer from New York City, but he's got an extensive improv comedy theater background, and he is also a musician, which is quite possibly the most perfect combination for being good at karaoke that you could possibly imagine. After his first song, the Mexican guy sitting at the table next to us gave Greg a fist bump, and it was awesome. In Charlotte, life felt very predictable, very planned. Jessie went to work, came home, we ate dinner, gave Harper a bath, got to bed. Rinse and repeat. The last time I felt this spontaneous was probably in college or maybe grad school. For most of my adult life, getting together with friends was always planned in advance. There were schedules and day planners. I don't miss that. I don't miss that at all.